Thanks to everyone for turning up today, and thanks also to JMM, ResolveIR and Market Insights for putting this on. So TG Metals, who are we? Well, we're not quite 1 year old in terms of ASX listing. We raised $6 million originally, and more importantly of that, we have more than $4 million of that still in the bank. So we don't need to raise capital anytime soon. So we listed on our tenements at the Lake Johnston project, which is situated near between Hyden and Norseman in Western Australia. And our work we've done over the past year has now seen us with some drill-ready targets. We've identified some nickel targets there. We've also identified lithium targets as well. And we are working on a Bremer Range nickel laterite project, which was found by previous explorers. And I know you can see some groans on the nickel laterite in the audience there, but we are the thing that separates us from other nickel laterites is our position. So we are only 120 kilometres away from the Ravensthorpe nickel project, which is currently producing, and they are now currently looking for additional feed to go into their plant. So we believe that we can provide that as long as we can provide a grade which is high enough and the right type of material. As a background to that, I've worked for 15 years for Monara Resources at the Murrin HPAL project, and so I believe that we've got the right stuff that can go into their plant, and that will give us an early production opportunity. So zooming in on where we are in the world, so Lake Johnston Greenstone belt is a smaller belt to the other two on either side of us, to the east and to the west. But I believe we're punching above our weight in terms of our endowment, considering the amount of exploration that's taken place in the past. So we have in the area we have identified past producing nickel mines at Maggie Hayes and Emily Ann, and we also have identified spodumene lithium deposits as well. Charger Minerals has identified that and has been drilling that just recently at the Medcalf project. So zooming in even more, so most of our first targets are conveniently all in the same area, so the Bremer Range area in our central tenements. And as I mentioned before, we've got 50 kilometres of strike length of greenstone belt there, and more importantly the prospective ultramafic for nickel sulfides. And also just to the west of the sulfides is we have a 5 kilometre lithium anomaly in soils, and we've just recently gone back and sampled some drill holes which were conveniently left behind on surface by past explorers, and they'd intersected pegmatite and hadn't actually assayed that for lithium. So we have gone back and assayed that, and we found that they are indeed LCT pegmatites. So that gives us even more encouragement that our 5 kilometre long lithium anomaly is derived from LCT pegmatites, and we'll be drilling that as soon as we can get our approvals through. So just going now to the lithium focus, the nickel focus. So earlier on this year we completed a TEM survey. That survey was done with new high-powered EM. We've never actually had that conducted on the Lake Johnston Greenstone belt before. Previously it was low-powered EM, and it was only able to see to around about 150 metres below surface. The Maggie Hayes and Emily Ann deposits start below 200. So we hit this one with more than 100 milliamps, and we came up with 9 conductive targets. And importantly, all of those 9 targets, because we didn't just blanket do it across the whole strike length, we did it in a targeted way. Each one of them is supported by a geochemical anomaly as well, and in one case also with some drilling that was conducted by Maggie Hayes Nickel, one of the past explorers, and they intercepted 4 metres at 1.18% nickel, and in oxide. And so we're planning to drill now below that, down at 400 metres, and we believe that's a top target for us, as well as the other 9 targets, which we're in the final stages now of getting our permitting completed. So why invest in TG Metals? Well, we have a lot of upcoming drilling to be done in a short space of time. So in the next few weeks, we'll be hitting the ground. We've got multiple targets for nickel sulfides, and we've got nickel laterite targets which we can prove up very quickly as well. So we'll have a large amount of news flow coming forward in the next few weeks, and the conditions are right now for us to basically take off.